itself, and it's like they're facing the front of the car, and then it slowly pans.
Yeah, and then you see her hand.
And then as they're going past that one thing, or
the
divider or whatever, and then you see Aubrey Plaza in the car as she's just chilling, got her feet up on the dashboard, and he's like, "Where do we go next?" Or where should we look next?
And she goes, "Somewhere warm."
Yeah, she said, "Somewhere warm."
And then it cuts back to David and Sid on the balcony, and he's sensing where he's going, where Oliver's going, and he's like, south. And then this fucking orb thing shows up and scans him, and then sucks him into the orb.
And then it flies.
And then it ends.
It floats away. So,
like, what the fuck, dude?
It means that there's a third party that kidnapped David at the very end of it. And we'll find out who in season 2, which should be airing in 2018.
So it's Xavier's School for Extraordinary Children.
I doubt that would be the method that they approach Professor X's son.
Might, if he knows he's super powerful.
It might. But I don't know, we'll have to see. I'll have to see how it ends.
It's Magneto.
That would be kind of cool.
If they have all the rights, man.
They do have all the rights, and I would actually be A-okay if that was Magneto, oh, we had to take extra precautions with you. We want to induct you into the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. That would be cool.
Why do evil groups call themselves evil?
I mean, there's...
Stanley.
Do they really think they're evil? They think they're doing the right thing, not evil.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense.
Shit, I don't know, dude.
Come on, Cody!
That's the most ridiculous, confusing timeline of all.
Yeah, the X-Men timeline is fucked.
Makes no damn sense. There's a mutant who rewrote reality like 3 times.
Well, Franklin Richards can snap his fingers and end everything.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch is the one who did it, though.
Oh, no shit?
She got pissed off at the end of House of M and said
no more mutants. No more
mutants. The reason there is 98 mutants in the world.
Scarlet Witch is a bitch.
But she herself is a mutant.
So did her powers go away?
No, because she's not really a mutant and blah blah blah, and they have to find more ways to fuck shit up. Yeah.
House of M was interesting, though. It was a rewriting of reality to where Magneto...
He's like a king or something, isn't he?
Yeah, he was a king. It was actually a really cool storyline. I like it a lot. But at the end of it, she gets pissed off and rewrites reality.
And it turns out her powers doesn't come from her being a mutant. She's not really a mutant, and...
It was convoluted and fucking stupid, but they call it End Day, and it's the reason there's only 98 mutants in the world, and then because Fox owns the rights to the X-Men, Marvel, that's why for the longest time they were phasing out a lot of their mutant stuff. Like, they can't actually make any more new mutant characters. They're not allowed to.
That's not a bad thing, though.
I mean, there was quite a few of them to begin with. And now they're going crazy with X-Men stuff, because now we have X-Men Blue and X-Men Gold and Generation X and X-Men.
And Astonishing X-Men.
Yeah. And
isn't Uncanny
X-Force
still a book, too?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, X-Force, I think, is what Astonishing X-Men is. It's just they're not calling it X-Force.
Weapon X.
Weapon X, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Which is good.
It is good. I liked it.
It's good.
Do you think that's where they're going to introduce the Hulk-Wolverine hybrid?
I think so, because it was in the preview book where they had...
Hulkverine, which is a terrible name.
Oh, is that what they're going with, dude?
That's what people have called it. Started calling that.
Or it was like WN.
It's so terrible.
In the preview book, it said WMD, Weapon of Mutant Destruction.
Yeah.
So.
I did like.
Who knows?
Did you ever read? Either of you ever read? They called it Hulked Out Heroes. And I think it was during Planet Hulk, or not Planet Hulk, but World War Hulk maybe, where a bunch of the heroes got infused with gamma radiation and became Hulk versions of themselves. And there was like a Hulk pool.
I did not see that.
It's really kind of funny.
Marvel does some weird shit sometimes. So does DC.
Yeah.
They're all weird. It's comic books. You got time travel. You got warping reality. You got all sorts of fun stuff.
I think it's interesting.
Mind control.
Did you watch that Superheroes Decoded thing?
No.
You ever seen that?
It was on History Channel, wasn't it?
Yeah, I watched part of it last night while I was.
I heard it was really good. I haven't watched it, but
I recorded it.
Good deal.
So I'm looking forward to watching it, but all in due time. Still got some finals.
I'm just excited for the button to finish up, just to see where they're going with the storyline.
Between that and then we got to cover Lazarus contract. After that's done, I'll have all that. You guys can read all that.
What's after Lazarus contract?
That's the
Dark Days or whatever.
Dark Days or whatever it is.
Yeah, Dark Days.
And then Metal.
Yeah, Dark Knight Metal.
It's coming out.
Which
that
is
ought to
gonna
be
be
awesome.
bad.
So it's Capullo, isn't it?
Snyder and Capullo.
Was it like a heavy metal version of Batman? Please say yes.
Capullo in that mustache.
I think actually it is.
Yes.
This comes out in
He's
August.
been drawing Wonder Woman a lot.
There
and
was
putting it
something.
on Twitter.
It was like a 70s version of Batman, or I saw artwork for it on Tumblr, and I thought that's what. That they were going to have like a mini series of Batman set in the 1970s.
Wasn't that the artwork for Batman Shadow? Because that came out this last week.
Yes, and I didn't pick it up.
I think so.
But I don't know if it is or not.
Thought about it, I was iffy.
I'll flip through it.
But it's like...
There's still a bunch of them in Slack,
like,
I'll just pick one up if I feel like
it. Very stereotypical 70s stuff. Like, Catwoman is black and has a huge afro, and Joker has like that really like long parted hair that guys had in the 70s, and something like that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I saw it on Tumblr.
It's like whenever the kids that grew up with Batman all of a sudden were introduced to Adam West and they go, fuck that guy.
Dude, Adam West Batman is
He's the
pretty
best. He's fucking hilarious.
No, it's
so
terrible.
entertaining.
So bad.
There's
but I
nothing
love
better
it.
than hitting a guy and then a giant bam appears.
Oh, it's so terrible.
Pow!
So terrible.
It's
So
so
much,
entertaining
yes.
though.
Only if you can watch them, like 5 or 6 of them in a row.
I used to have this neighbor when I lived on the other side of town, and she would watch Adam West Batman because there was a channel that had it. And I went and visited her a couple of times. Just my mom asked me to go check on her to see if she's okay. She lived alone, and she was watching it. And I was like, "Adam, is that Adam West Batman?" She goes, "Oh yeah, I love this show." And I'm like, "Yes!" And I sat and watched a little bit of it with her.
That's awesome.
It was great. I was.
Did you know that the Batman got the resurgence in the 60s because it was being played at the Playboy Club? The original television series from like the 50s or whatever it was, 40s.
I did not. That's impressive.
Yeah, where it was like the floppy ears, shitty tape, black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so then that's when they decided that they wanted to make this groovy new Batman. Yeah, and his non-homosexual sidekick.
Did you guys ever watch? It was in the 90s or early 2000s. It was a TV movie they did that was the return of Adam and Burt Ward.
No.
I cannot think. I'll have to look it up and see if I can find the name of it. But it was like a reunion almost show of all of the Batman 60s characters and actors.
So Legion was great.
We got sidetracked. Sorry. Yeah, Legion was good. If you don't like horror, I recommend you stay away from it.
But if you like trippy, psychological thriller type stuff,
It's
great.
It's almost like Inception meets.
Insidious.
I never saw Insidious. I love how you reference a horror movie, but you don't claim that this show is horror.
I said sci-fi horror.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It has elements of both.
But it's like Inception because it's confusing. You'll
It's
finish.
Inception because it's all like there's so much stuff taking place inside of someone's psyche.
Yes,
in their mind.
But it's also you watch an episode, and it'll start auto-playing the next episode on Hulu, and you're like, do I really want to go down this road again? And then you watch it, and you're like, okay, that was pretty cool. And then you're like, but do I want to watch another one?
I think your problem is that you binged it in 2 days, whereas I had a week in between episodes to kind of digest it all.
Yeah, maybe. Return to the Batcave.
The Misadventures of Adam and Bert.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
Really terrible. It's really entertaining.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Legion is... I look forward to future episodes and future seasons, hoping that it's not as horror specific, because I really love Carrie's, and I really love...
They might move away from some of the horror aspects, so now that isn't some kind of like childhood monster that's been haunting David ever since.
Yeah.
There'll probably be new threats. There might be more conflicts with Division 3. I don't know, and I don't know who the hell kidnapped David. Whatever this third party is. And we'll probably see more of Oliver and the Shadow King at some point, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
They'll have to maybe build a containment for the Shadow King.
Put him with the Flash at Star Labs. Put him in one of those fucking cells. I almost wonder if that's what Oliver was working on, but they didn't tell us.
Well, I think he was... Well, those were like the generators or whatever for the machine.
I don't know.
Where he was in that like tube-like thing and was like crawling
Star
up the
Trek
ladder
style?
and like that's like it was the generators and the power sources for the machine. He was trying to make sure they were all stable levels
I gotcha.
while they were trying to extract Farouk from David's mind.
Well, thank you for joining us on this wonderful Thursday. Tell you what, I feel like watching some Netflix, but I have no idea what I want to watch. I wish there was a podcast out there somewhere that would help me decide what to watch.
You mean like the Streamer's Guide to the Galaxy?
What an excellent suggestion, Cody.
That is a grand idea. Where would I find this podcast?
Would it be on iTunes?
I think it would.
And I believe it's run by, I believe it's Devin and Lauren?
Lauren? Yeah. Crazy idea. If only such a podcast...
crazy it just might work.
If only such a podcast existed!
It does, kids.
It does. Needless to say.
Streamer's Guide to the Galaxy.
Go and check it out. They just got done doing
Girl Meets
Girl Meets World, which they hated. But they don't. I don't know if they have kids or not. But if you have a 10-year-old,
well, just because they dislike it doesn't mean you're gonna not
right,
like it
but
too.
You know, they give you spoiler alerts and things like that. But
Whenever
definitely
they do
go check those guys out.
Yeah.
Awesome podcast. Highly recommend it. Comes out like once a week, so not too much of your time spent, listening to a 30-minute podcast about them binging all. They binge it all, dude. Like they binge it all.
Sounds like my kind of people.
Yeah, it does sound like your kind of people watching Westworld in one day.
And Dear White People in 5 hours.
Oh my god. But anyway, thank you again for joining us on this wonderful Thursday. We hope it finds you healthy.
And don't forget, Free Comic Book Day is this Saturday.
Yep, day after tomorrow.
Find a retailer. They got some good shit.
Guardians Volume 2.
Yes,
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Don't go to
Volume
Rock Bottom
2.
Comics because we're going to be there.
And we want all the
Or
things.
come to Rock Bottom Comics and say hi to us and be like, we listened to your podcast. And be like, you're one of the 4. Thank you so much. Here, let me sign your chest. It's like some 800-pound dude. Be like, thanks, man. Just get a permanent marker.
Forever.
My name is Kalen.
You should have quit while you were ahead.
I did. I went to a dark place. Much like Legion did.
It was.
See how I brought that back?
No, it was a dark show.
Anyways,
Super dark.
thanks to Mayor, thanks to Rock Bottom Comics, James at Rock Bottom Comics as always. Find us on iTunes,
Podcast Republic.
Podcast Republic.
Leave us a review.
Definitely leave us a review.
Shoot us an email.
Say, hey, we want you to watch this movie or watch this show.
Yeah, I was to say,
read this.
definitely. We're open to suggestions.
Or,
we want to know...
say, hey, can you come perform as a clown at my kid's 7th birthday party? And I will send Cody that way.
He has a Green Ranger suit that he can wear.
Oh, do you guys want a Green Ranger to show? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, would you like a Green Ranger to show up at your birthday party? Contact the Comic Boot at comicboot@gmail.com, and we will send Cody your way as Tommy Oliver.
$300 an hour.
But anyway, thank you again. Join us next week. We have no fucking idea what we're doing next week.
We're turning up empty every day.
I know. What do you want to do next week? Let's talk about it right now. We have 1 minute.
What's something that we thought about, but we kept postponing it?
I'm not watching 17 hours worth of cartoons. I'm not doing it.
Oh, God.
You can't make me.
What, X-Men?
Yeah.
Like, that'd be a problem.
Split is out.
Yeah, let's do a Split. I mean, we kind of already talked about it before, but I guess we can just do it again.
We
did talk about
in-depth on Split.
We could do Split. I think Split would be interesting to talk about.
And how it fits into the Unbreakable universe.
Well, they kind of did.
When?
We could
Weeks
theorize
ago.
what Glass, the storyline for Glass will be, the sequel. Or how...
We will have a concrete decision soon.
We're going to watch 123 episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and we'll be back to you later.
Oh, God.
No. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We're going to discuss amongst ourselves now. I'm James.
I'm Kaylin.
I'm Cody.
We'll see you guys next week.